benefits you're going to find when you get going on this. You're going to see how you feel, but the first week might be like they call it a keto flu. So this is what happens when you start shifting your metabolism from burning carbs and sugar, glucose, to now burning fat. And so the reason why we suggest, and not really suggest, but tell you this is the way you have to do this if you're following this plan. You cannot follow this plan and do low carb and low fat. This is one huge mistake. People think they're going to lose weight quicker if they do low fat. They think it's healthier if they do low fat and low carb. But in reality, what that is starvation, and you're going to fall off track. You're going to get hungry. You're going to binge eat later on, or you're just going to give up. The way that you train your body and change your bodies so that you are now on a fat burning metabolism is you need to eat fat, because this is your body's primary fuel now. You're no longer running on those carbs. You don't have those carbs anymore to burn. So you need to be eating plenty of fat in your diet. So what we suggest in this keto experiment is that you are doing a 70% of your day is fat. Healthy fats, different fats, oils that you can add into your foods. This is going to help you be very, very satisfied. It's going to fill you up on less food. That's the incredible thing. And you're not going to be hungry. And your body is going to now be no longer storing excess carbs and sugar that you eat in your diet, to now burning the fats that you eat and pulling from your fat stores and burning the fat that you've stored. It becomes so much more accessible for your body to pull once it gets going on that fat burning metabolism, which is completely natural to us. Think about the days before we came out with breads, pastas, sugar, bakeries, that sort of thing. Think about the days like when we were cavemen and we were just living off of eating what we caught and that sort of thing. It was a lot of fish and fats in fish and meats and vegetables. And so this way of life is very natural to us. So, and only until we really introduced a lot of the breads and that sort of thing did we fall into this obesity epidemic. So for you just getting started on this lifestyle, you need to make that mental shift that eating fat is okay. There's nothing wrong with eating fat in this situation, as long as you are doing it right like this. If you are eating fat and you are eating carbs, that is unhealthy. That is going to cause weight gain and heart disease and heart problems and issues like that. If you are only eating if you were eating fat as your primary fuel source, your body is burning that fat that you are eating. It is not getting stored. It is not clogging your arteries. It is not causing high cholesterol. You can get your blood work checked at the beginning of this experiment if you would like, and have it checked after to see if you've had any changes in the ranges of your own health. Do this like an experiment, okay? And you're going to see that your health is improving and that you feel better, that you're clear-minded, that you're more focused. There are so many incredible benefits, but another big thing is you're not going to be hungry once you get going like this. So a lot of people say, can I have a cheat meal, that sort of thing. You're not going to want a cheat meal once you are doing this right and you get into ketosis, which is a very important part of the keto plan. Ketosis is a sign that your body is burning fat for fuel. So you can do this, you can check this by buying little test strips at the drugstore. They have them behind the pharmacy. You just ask for them. They're very cheap. It's like $10. And you urinate on them, and then the color will change on the test strip to show you your level you are in ketosis. A middle range is ideal because that's going to show you that you are in ketosis, but you are not dehydrated. If it gets too dark, that can sometimes be a sign of dehydration. So, this is very important for you getting started on this whole new keto lifestyle. You need to throw out, get rid of, or I don't know, donate any breads, pastas, anything like that you have, rice. You're not going to be eating anything like that. You need to learn how to read a nutrition label. That is your friend. That is how you are going to know if you can eat something or not. It doesn't necessarily have to be on an approved or unapproved list. You just need to know how to read the food label. And the way you do that is by counting net carbs. And a net carb is a total carbohydrate minus the fiber. So if something has 5 grams of fiber, but it has 10 grams of total carbohydrate, you're going to subtract 5 from 10. So that means it has 5 net carbs. And a really easy way to do this as well is by downloading any of the different apps. I really like the Carb Manager app. That's one of my favorites. So with that, you can enter something and it will tell you what your net carbs are for the day as you're going through, so you make sure you stay below the target. And what is the target net carbs? The target is 30 net carbs or less per day. And you're also going to want to stay in a balance of percentages. So like I said, you want to have 70% of the foods that you're eating in your day as your target. It's not going to be perfect. Sometimes it'll be a little less, sometimes a little more. That's okay. But as a target, 70% fat. And then you want to have 10% carbs or less. And then you want to have 20% protein. And that is how you will balance out what you are eating. As long as you stay in the 30 net carbs per day, you will continue along with the low carb and you will be fine. The macros, what we are talking about is the macros is the fats, the protein, and the carbs. That is what a macro is. So by balancing your macros, you're going to accelerate your weight loss because you're going to be getting a correct amount of fat in your diet and making sure you are doing this. One easy way to swap some things out is you don't want to be using margarine, you don't want to be using fat-free butters. You want to be using full-fat butter. You want to be adding in healthy fats like avocados into your diet. You want to be adding in you don't want to be doing too many lean meats like chicken or tuna or like turkey bacon, that sort of thing. You want to have full fat meats because you want to be able to get in all of the fats that you need in your day. It's going to help you burn more of your stored body fat by doing this. So, and it's going to help you stay in that range, okay? So keep that in mind as you are making your meals and what you are preparing, what you are cooking. Is there fat in what you are making? And another way, you can add additional like butter, garlic butter to your steak, and that will cause you to eat less steak. So you're getting the protein, but you're not overloading protein, because if you get too much protein, you're then protein can be transitioned into glucose, which can be stored just like carbs and sugar. So you want to be eating enough fat, not too much protein. That's why we suggest 20% protein, and not too much carbs, 10% or less. Stay within a 30 net carb per day range. Okay, so in our keto experiment, you're going to be able to find all of the information that you need within our files. Go to the group info, click on files, you'll have all of the documents there for you. Also, you're going to be able to find information in photo albums. We have some quick guides there for you as well. This meal plan, I did not create myself. We did not make this up. This is very well utilized in the bodybuilding world industry. It is renowned, and you're going to be able to do a ton of research on your own if you would like to learn more about it. There are many books written on the topic. We have done extensive research ourselves and have had success doing this in our own lifestyle, and so that is why we have come with all of the knowledge that we have gained and are providing it for you to help you reach your goals as well following this. So if you are experiencing keto flu or having those symptoms, it may be that you are lacking salt. So one test you can do to check that is if you have a headache, just take a little cup of water and put in half a teaspoon of salt in there and drink that. If your headache goes away, if your symptoms go away, that means you need to up your salt intake, and you can just add more salt to the foods that you are eating, because your body now is releasing salt. So it's different when you were eating carbohydrates. Your body is retaining a lot of water, retaining a lot of salt. And then once you stop eating those carbs, now your body is not retaining water, not retaining the salt that you were eating. So you need to eat more of it so that you get a balance, a proper amount of sodium into your diet. So previously you've thought you need to get less sodium. With this, you need to make sure you have enough. If you're experiencing a headache, try salting your food. That might help you. Another source for that, if you have a headache, could be magnesium. One of the reasons why I personally strongly recommend you add Shakeology into this is because you are going to be cutting back so much on fruits and a lot of vegetables, a lot of the starchier vegetables. And by eliminating a lot of fruits out of your diets, you are not, I guess, getting that type of those vitamins and those minerals that your body needs for proper nutrition. And so Shakeology, what that is Shakeology is dense nutrition of over 70 fruits and vegetables and many more ingredients than that will help your body stay in its optimal form with less carbs. So there's 11 net carbs per glass of chocolate Shakeology. And that may seem like a lot when you have a day of only 30 net carbs, but really it's not a lot. I personally have my Shakeology as my first meal. I am always under 30 grams per day of net carbs. My Shakeology, I add avocado to it to add fat to it, or coconut oil. That's another really great, it tastes amazing, like a Girl Scout cookie. And that's the other thing, it's gonna help you feel like you get like a sweet treat. So you're not gonna feel deprived. You always have something sweet in your day. And also it's going to just help you feel fuller, feel better. It's going to help your skin. It's going to help your vital bodily functions. It's going to help you with your digestive system, because a lot of times people have an issue with being regular when they switch over to a keto meal plan, and Shakeology aids in the digestive process because it has probiotics and prebiotics in there that is the equivalent of 6 yogurts. So I strongly suggest it. Yes, you can do this plan without it, but if you do it without it, make sure you get a really high quality multivitamin. Our bodies don't absorb nutrients the same as they do in a synthetic multivitamin as they do from real food sources. And so Shakeology is real food source. It's considered a raw food. It's they took all of these foods and they literally condensed it into one meal, dried it, condensed it. It's cooked below the specific temperatures to keep it considered a raw food. It's very fragile, and it's going to really help you and aid you. I don't know if you've ever tried Atkins before, or any low carb anything before, and maybe you fell off. That may be the difference of what's going to help you stay on it long term if you're doing this, because for me, that's exactly how it helped me. I lost over 60 pounds, like right around 60 pounds, with doing a low carb meal plan and Shakeology every day. And then I switched over to portion fixed meal planning. I lost an additional 15 pounds with that, and now I'm back to this lifestyle because personally for me, I like it, and especially in my life stage right now, this is what I want to do. So we have different options for you, but you're here to learn keto and to make this lifestyle change. We're so excited to have you here. And make sure you take your before photos and get ready to make a serious lifestyle change. Do your research, both in our group and outside our group, to just know. The other thing is, I wanted to just save you guys from falling into the trap of getting like those low carb cookies and low carb, even Atkins brand stuff, ice creams and everything. They have sugar alcohol in them, which has been shown to increase your blood sugar just as much as sugar does, or maybe just a little bit less, but still impacts your blood sugar. So I suggest you stay away from things like that, and just don't fall into that trap. So that is one suggestion for you. You guys will do great. Congratulations on trying this. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see the transformations that happen in this group, and really just to be there by your side to help you make this change and to help you learn all about how to do this in your lifestyle. But don't take it too seriously about the whole percentages, as much as you want to make sure you're under the 30 net carbs, as long as you are getting enough fat. And feel free to, if you're following the Carb Manager, another one that creates your percentages for the day, that feel free to post them in the group so we can help you make the next day better if maybe some things are off, if you're having a hard time getting in all of your fat, that sort of thing. There are a ton of different tips and tricks that we can help you to do that. So welcome and thanks again, and let me know if you have any questions.